Actually, might be an argument for it, to be fair. VITALITY on defense, FNATIC on attack. I think the level of the flash is just really low right now.
By the cannons outside of B right now on the FNATIC side.
Which is mad, because it should be the easiest thing to get good at.
VITALITY's pistol round win rate has been improving, but FNATIC's is one to behold, as we can already see Kayak looking to get active on the B side, but there's not really much support in terms of numbers.
Dude, I'm looking at Yampy over towards A. He is not budging.
You can see the rest of FNATIC now scaling their way into A.
We got a little heads up here on that as well.
Yampy's got to play a cautious game. He's with the support of Profek, and as those two combine, it is Alfier drop to the dirt.
That's going to be an issue as FNATIC still continue to try and poke and prod that A site, and well, 50 seconds on the clock. They've got options elsewhere, but still interested here on A.
And this is the call now being made on the Vitality side. A group up and fight, something absent from the last time we saw these two teams take each other on. The call made to try and fight into double doors. It's a double from Sivov instead against his former team. That brings it back to a 3 versus 4. Vitality on the back foot in this retake.
It wasn't the...
They move into mid.
I mean, it kind of looked like a 2v2 mode, really. They smoked in the middle of the wall so you could both get in.
So information on the two players coupled up in oranges. Sayonara trying to lead this walk back through, but time is of the essence. FNATIC know it, and they can play the clock from this position. An open plant complementary to where they currently stand on site. Dirka's going to find the first cleanly onto Crashies, but there needs to be a step up here.
The health is favorable to Vitality.
Oh, and Dirka's just going to go ahead and scalp another one. Sayonara there as well. Cut fairly fine,
Sheriffs make the difference on this.
There's plenty of time for that defuse.
I mean, FNATIC with a much more extended post plant, I thought had everything in their boathouse player numbers as well. But it's the individuals on Vitality that shine brightest in this first round. But you can already see how this game is going to be played in terms of FNATIC using their macro to their advantage.
Let's go! Guys! Come on!
Key detail for me on that pistol
with the prime
for
the 2 months.
Vitality is this idea that they have to
We'll
fight
just point out at the moment,
previously
FNATIC picked this map, so...
or Yampy left isolated.
Then we got a Haven.
The Harbor, something which he struggled with, not an agent that we'd seen him familiar in the hands of from that time on BBL, of course, the pair of them.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's the thing to talk about here, is there is such history within the server, not
this
just
one?
between
nah,
these
this
two
is
orcs, right? You've got
this is second chance buff, man.
from that BBL roster
you think you're out of the tourney, a team wins for you. Wait, it's more just like you've accepted you're out of the tourney as well. And then the team wins for you and you're still in. You got that nothing to lose factor. You were already out. You'd already lost this tourney.
First attempt at a qualification at home Masters, that would be huge.
Not the first qualification game for FNATIC this year, of course. The kickoff curse continuing as it had for Vitality. A couple years away from that stage now.
And of course it was FNATIC who stopped Vitality getting any further forward. Nice shot from Dirka.
Yeah, he'll do exactly that. Kayak dead in his tracks. A little bit of respect shown here, and actually Profek does get caught. Dirka at the double.
What the hell? I mean, they both came up on the mini-map just a little bit before them, but here we are.
Near flawlessly on their anti-eco.
Yeah, it's a great
Dirka will take
start
that.
here, getting your bonus round. A strong majority of players through, except for Profek, which
dude,
at the end of the day,
everyone wanted it.
That worried.
Yampy was like, give me it. Sayonara's asking for it as well.
Coming into this next one, you've got a Stinger and a Spectre, which you'll probably want in those close range fights. You're on Breeze has her, and it's never going to be you who picks those fights.
I mean, they both came up on the mini-map,
I'm going to be seeing a lot of, I'm going to be interested to see where these weapons are being positioned and what Vitality's plan is for this bonus round.
I can name!
Okay.
For anyone who's followed VCT for the last couple of years, you know he can aim. And I think that's something which was also missing from the last meeting between the two.
Vitality on the bonus, 4-person door. What are we doing? We flash dashing or something?
Here in middle at the start for Vitality.
It'd be weird with an outlaw. We're getting in there, smoke, we have the wall deep and we flash through the wall.
And tradability is a question as Dirka goes flying round the corner, but nothing in terms of real engagements until that outlaw takes Alpha's head.
Full HP.
Strikes again. Dirka left as a deposit behind.
And a little dash or an extra one as well. And he hit this.
So FNATIC not only short-handed in this situation, but Sivov down to 10 HP.
I mean, it's a great round from Vitality.
A couple of flashes, so An opportunity for them to entry the B site.
And at the same time, they knife behind the drone and see that it's fake pressure because no one else is there. Holy.
FNATIC starting to look on towards B, but obviously Crash is going to be late to the party, and that's probably the decision and why FNATIC are being so slow. They're burning through those toxins. And an old drone just to try and confirm where the exit's coming through. That's good.
And he's got a recon for when they hit site.
It's only for a moment in time though. 3 bodies here on Vitality.
Oh, and Derka's outlaw as well, but it doesn't get a kill, and that's the key part about this. The fact that FNATIC now equal out the numbers, but Profik from up high through mid gets another one onto his opposite number.
Sayonara walking out on site here, gun in his hand.
Look at the damage.
2 players low, critical to that Sheriff, but that spike
Sayonara.
needs to go down
Easy
within
kills.
15 seconds, and I think this is it. Vitality.
Pistol into a bonus.
The perfect start to
A
Breeze.
pistol into a bonus.
FNATIC didn't have a look in.
Yeah, they just bring the bonus round together. Sayonara there in the end, the one who walked out behind their harbor wall, I think it was. Vitality looking far more coordinated already in what it is they're trying to do, trying to exploit here. A couple times Kayak has been caught far advanced with the rest of the team receding behind him.
Oh, poor Sayonara.
Okay, Outlaw can one-shot everyone.
Look at it here as well. I think it's important to stress the fact that FNATIC on this
King
attack
of the
side,
Hip
this
Hop
is the
with
strongest
2 months.
side
Thank you with the
for
Prime
most
Man. I
teams,
appreciate that.
think.
Seen enough
Breeze
they're
at the
winning it
moment,
all.
especially with the composition,
Dude,
the tools
they
that
could
they've
get a
got.
scary team if that. I mean,
Finding
they
ways to
could be a
enable
scary
him.
team if they actually sort out their issues.
100%.
And they might have. Morpheus
thinking
United with the
about
tier 1 as well.
Route 1
Appreciate the
Valorant.
36 months.
Wanting to hit
Vitality
this
look
site,
good.
but there is delay being
Yeah.
done through
Last,
for Vitality's
last game
utility.
and this was a good
We'll get
start.
onto site and we'll get that spike down
Honestly,
to
their
the
last game they
post
did look
plant
really
look.
good.
Yeah, FNATIC have no issues so far bringing it into post. Most of these rounds, it's Vitality's retakes which have looked strong and their own high tide goes up.
That it has, and you look towards the retake percentage as it's not looking too good for Vitality overall, but they're prepared. You can see the utility getting ready to be thrown, and as it does, more and more utility trying to stop Vitality's onslaught, but it's not successful, as you would expect, especially with these rifles.
Perfect
and
as Cove puts
with
it on.
the experience, it's just crashes, and sure, we've seen him clutch before, but a 1v5
Ooh, just
with
before the
just a
shot came out as
pistol,
well.
it would have to have been a miracle. Again, that perfect start has not been hindered.
Same thing, man.
Vitality up
Even
to
get into
4.
the situation where
Yeah, FNATIC getting
They wanna
themselves into
defuse it.
decent situations as it is an in-zone flawless for
yeah, I mean it's
Vitality
great for
here,
their
but
money. Their money's
not
incredible.
really having the guns there to convert it. Got to be tracking the ultimates at this stage in the game. Crashy's death in the previous and Sivov early on, bringing on the Null Command and Hunter's Fury for them. Sayonara prioritized at the end there to get the defusal. That puts him within touching distance of his own Sova ulti.
CPF free with the Prime as well. Thank you so much,
And
man.
actually,
Appreciate
we're
the
gonna
5 months.
see a very early timeout here on the FNATIC side of things.
Not often we see
Yeah.
this, but
I mean, it's
actually
a fine timeout.
similar to when we saw the last
Second
time we
buy
saw
round.
Vitality and FNATIC play,
Getting
right?
wrecked.
I want to cast your mind back to that, Hazard, because in that match we saw a much improved Vitality. These early starts looking
Tom Powell with the Prime.
fantastic,
Appreciate the
but it went
34
the
months
same
as well.
ways
Thank you
it's
for
gone
that.
every single time.
Yeah, so far in the partnership era, one result sitting outside of that.
Every
the ninth
matchup.
that you mentioned. And yeah, looking at it as
9-0.
well, I think we've seen this Vitality team improve in their performances, not just in this stage, but against FNATIC as well. Playing them coming
Sandy
out
as well
of
with the Prime.
kickoff,
Thank you for the
an
41
average of
months. I
10.5
appreciate that.
rounds was better than their first
You know, ready?
attempt.
Yeah, I'll do it on the
Now
second
it's a
game
case
for
of
sure.
actually trying to bring this one home and proving that what we have seen, those signs of life over the weeks, over the months that this roster has been carefully compiled, actually come together and be something more.
Like
'cause
it's a bit
that's
of
what
enough because of
was
the
brought
shotgun
into
stuff.
that
Yeah,
structure that we were
a lot
talking
of-
about before.
a lot of stuff like that.
And now that it looks like it's starting to be put back into place, what is FNATIC's answer?
Maybe
heading
the
into their
Viper
next gun
ult
round?
gets a bit of a
And
buff
out
because
of the battle of the coaches, let's see the impact.
you won't get
because
shortied
the last
or one
time,
shot in
it
it.
felt as if FNATIC got the better of that. Timeout's more impactful. And FNATIC, the one to deny Vitality even a single map this year. It's been very difficult to be a Bees fan.
Yeah, the
Well,
Golden
FNATIC
Hornets,
picked the right site.
not often seen in these parts, thanks to FNATIC. And they're going to have to evacuate from the B site here as well. Chronicle steps back past the half.
Retake this one again. Boaster gets the plant, gets his ult.
To come in. Seavoff's ult here is going to be huge to stall them out. And Crashies, of course, has the Hunter's Fury
from here must be
imposed
incredible,
if
right?
required.
Yeah, you feel as if this post plant is already beginning to look strong, but with Vitality 5 strong themselves, this retake could be big.
And the wall goes up just before Seavoff gets to pop the ult. He's going to get caught on default. Yeah, big kill from Kron.
Massive from Kron. First in the kill feed, but can they get even better for Vitality? They need to get on this spike. That's going to bring more bodies on the line as Boaster with a quick double kill. Seavoff still alive, and Vitality out of nowhere fill that kill feed. The Hunter's Fury is not good.
He's ulting for Mini. Oh, he's ulting for Mini. Oh my god, dude, why did they not harbor ult this as well?
Vitality continue the shutout, and whoa, the scenario presented in front of us. I did
That's a shocker of a round.
Happen. Two big ults invested on the FNATIC side. But Seavoff unlucky with his timing, perhaps. First showing on the KO, of course. Every other map, just the two of them shown so far. Against BBL was the Phoenix.
Dude, where's the harbor ult?
Hey, Crashies! What the
And Chronicle again.
He's Mr. Ulti.
Austin, where are you? Waving his arms around like one of those inflatables at a car wash. Just letting him know.
How much was one of them costing again?
I don't know. Less than Chronicle, probably.
That's for sure.
But here are FNATIC, unrelenting, back into the B site again. And with Vitality's own ult invested, well, that one's not hit either, so...
Change up in post plant though, has it?
Yeah, they go a little bit more aggro.
On the front foot.
Yeah, not something we often see towards the B site, but a huge opportunity for them to really bed in here. Late lurk of Alfia, obviously a key point to mention, as he's looking to be the thorn in the side, and just for a moment felt he might miss out on Yampi.
Oh my god, if they had missed that kill.
From this position and Boaster with an ult to fall back on if required. He'll pop it eventually, but not before Crashies gets involved.
Okay, bit of redemption for Crashies. Dude, I'm looking at Vitality's money. It's
right back
insane.
Off of the previous 5 rounds. And breaking the ice here on Breeze.
They'll take this though, 4.
Finally,
and they got
the conversation. The FNATIC
sort of all out of them.
Are given a chance to get loud. And it's that, I guess, at the same time, you've got to try and fix your mistakes, and FNATIC do that, playing on the front foot, also leaving a little joker towards mid through Alfia. Yeah. Overall, nicely done by FNATIC, and I guess you can see that battle of the minds between Boaster and Yampi coming into
spam is real right now.
At this point, I mean, the B hit's definitely been conditioned. You can see 2 players ready for the walk on elbow on the Vitality
side. Perfect's going to be pretty close if he wants to help on site with ult.
Durka has brought an operator.
But it kind of looks like they're going double elbow.
Something which Boaster's really had to learn over the last year are these quick hits, but still it's a
Dude,
little
is that a jump bug on the mouse here from Alpha?
Trying to make his way into elbow is denied at first entry.
That's going to be massive for Vitality's retake as well. They know there's going to
way,
be
he's
no
out here jumping.
Chronicle has to be
All
careful
goes in.
That
all looks good. 1, 2, 3. They can actually get a lot of space on site right here.
Swinging wide inside, drops the first in front, but gets caught on the second swing by Boaster.
Maybe everyone didn't go with it. Oh, a little disconnected from Vitality. No plant, by the way.
The spike needs some headroom for a plant, can't hit it.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult for Boaster to get out. He finds an angle of approach though, but so does Vitality!
Oh, Yampi expected it.
3 for him, sliding back in for more. Playing with a little bit more respect as Durka still bearing this operator. An acute reposition through the tunnel. Durka snaps quickly, and now he's up against the old guard. Boaster the one in front of him as it stands.
He won a clutch on Breeze last time to break Vitality's hopes. Can he do it
actual
again?
redemption on the same map.
Durka just ready to round this corner. Boaster holding on, undefeated in these kinds of situations, but a lapse in concentration perhaps could sell him short.
It's all going Vitality's way.
No mistakes made this time, and the 6th secured.
Yeah, last time Boaster was so
good
in the
FNATIC gets insta reset, but their money's still okay. Everyone can buy. Maybe they have to have one bag gun.
To keep Vitality's momentum is absolutely
the jump bug there is devastating.
FNATIC surely feeling wounded coming out of that one. Kayak can't land the shots which he requires.
Nice! Kayak! Nice over big! Nice!
A missed opportunity to be sure. And from this stage, you just wonder how much more Vitality can build.
Yeah.
I think we've seen them in series so far this year where they've looked like the real deal in that opening map.
Dude, it's nice, man. Yumpy kind of does the VOD review for you. You could speedrun VOD reviews. You just try and ask for Yumpy's reaction after every round.
Yeah,
What do we do wrong in this round?
Like the meme team.
Probably shouting at us
It feels
about
like
it.
the dream team
Let's
that we
see.
were expected, and I guess like a comparison can be drawn from the 1992 dream team, right? From the US Olympics. The fact that like it was such a strong team that lost to just a college team and a scrim, and then suddenly, right?
Pause, yeah,
that
it's a
they
tech pause.
lost to a team that should have beat, and then it woke them up. It felt as if they bought into the system that
There
the
it
coach
is.
was trying to build. And when you think of the dream team of Vitality, they're starting to buy into PAL's vision, because at the end of the day, you have to stick to the plan.
Yeah, you do. That phrase thrown around many a time in recent history, of course.
Do you think it's about the
Unfortunately for
jump?
us, it
Mate,
is only a
you're not getting a
momentary
round
tech
rollback
pause as
because
the
you have a
crowd
mouse
is
bug.
bathed in a red glow. It doesn't last for long.
That would be crazy.
And I completely, have to
But
just
I
echo
got
what
got
you're
mouse
saying
wheel
there as
down
well.
on jump and my mouse
When you
just jumped
look
for
at
me.
this
Can I get a
Vitality
round
team,
rollback,
it feels
please?
like a mental block.
Yeah.
Playing against FNATIC, the amount of times that it's happened, but I guess you also need to put the asterisks on it. Out of those 8 wins in the partnership era, 6 of them were when Chronicle was on the other side of the server.
Of course, 100%. But we're back into this one. Qualification game for Masters London. The second spot up for grabs between one of these two. You do not want to drop into that lower
I'm pretty sure they
bracket,
can-
considering the teams that are there. Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's only one of them
getting
that takes a hit.
yesterday,
Wait,
right? You've
that's
got
not adding up,
Heretics, who look to be on the up, as well as BBL and Gentlemates, 2 of our master qualifiers in the last stage. But as we go back in, it looks towards mid where we get the first fight. But it's
good
Alpha
pick.
to
Do
win
they
out
expect
there.
the second one here?
Because off dropped early, Profek in the corner inserted.
On one's out.
Spacing's alright though.
Nice
Oh
trade.
Jesus.
Yumpy,
Holy,
a
I thought he was getting all
double,
3
and
there.
now it
Big
puts it
2v2.
in a 2v2.
Sayonara, double
Here's
shock.
Sayonara, here's the steps
Does he
of
want to
both,
reveal
but
that
it's
he's
a while
this
before
close?
Chronicle
Probably not.
arrives. Does he want to try and interrupt this?
Yeah, it's a little tunnel vision, but I understand it.
Massive performance yesterday, but has perhaps left Chronicle a little thin in terms of support. And a Viper's pit to defumigate.
The pit on the final round against BBL was one which haunted the nightmares of Vitality, but here Chronicle could come up with a massive clutch.
Gives away his position with the snake
So
bite.
close.
Does he change his angle of approach? No. Straight in. Time getting low, and the bullets maybe giving himself away. Both players well aware. And Alpha
Nicely handled
with
from
his
Fnatic.
third on the round. We'll get
Who's
Fnatic
surviving?
second.
Yeah, a very maturely played post-plant situation there in the 2v1. No mistakes this time.
Oh, it's a
Coming
great
out
shot,
of
man.
the tech pause. And just
He
to add
crouched
to
under
what
the
you were
off shot
saying
as
in
well.
the pre-round there as well. You look at the flawless teams from groups that we have. All of them now having suffered at least one defeat, with T1 earlier today, XLG as well in the upper finals of CN. FNATIC the last ones left, and I think if there was any team out of the bunch
Yuki,
that
thanks
you
so much for the tier 1.
expected to
Appreciate
make
the
it
3
all the way
months.
through this stage with how
Are
good
they
have
looking?
been
Dude,
in their
ever
stage
since
ones
they got to
past,
playoffs, they're looking pretty good.
it would be them.
Yeah.
They actually look like a different team.
Haircut. Oh, the players of Fnatic, do they walk into this? It seems like they're going to give it a stall. When 4 players
nice.
identified is big information.
This is a strong knife as well.
It's
a strong knife with the one-way. You got to respect the one way, and then you do the deep knife behind it. No one's shooting that. And it goes all the way to here.
Looking to try and get the information. It's a good
Do a little
flash
flash in as well.
Even better.
And he gets out of there.
So yes,
Hey, this
so a
is
great
nice.
entry kill for Vitality.
Instinctive stuff from Vitality there. Snuffing out the player presence of FNATIC, who wanted to re-hit into the A site, but just taking it upon themselves to make that play with the KO flash. Wondering if this roaming pair of Profek and Yumpy want to keep looking towards mid, maybe, as Durka is still set up with the Outlaw. 3 targets
Yeah, he
in
saw him
striking
there.
distance for him.
No command, going to continue to delay.
Oh my, I thought it was going to be a
Nice
double.
Outlaw in towards Sevov. Again, Fnatic are being stalled out. The clock working against them. This was their pick. This is where the game plan should have come through.
Be feeling like those protocols are set in motion now for Vitality. Looking at it, one by one, the Fnatic players
God,
falter
they are
on
locking
their
this
entrance
down.
to the A site. Little bit of mid control,
Have a
not
round
enough to
with
defuse the
5
situation.
surviving, just as their money was
And
getting
now
a little
Boaster
low.
backtracking into spawn.
Yeah, he wants to save that rifle, right?
The
That's
outlaw?
the big thing.
They're abusing the outlaw well.
That are on show. Alpha and Crashes have enough to buy.
Yeah, they're going to hunt this down, see if they can take it off him. Boaster still holding
Very
on tight,
nice.
but not for long. Profek making his mark on this map so far, where previously he felt absent.
That's the big thing, right? The rookie that we got last year, what he promised us. It felt as if when they got that call up to Vitality, that it was almost overdue in the way that he performed last year.
Yeah, and I think when you look at it, the last 2 games being his highest rated performances so far this stage, it just leans into that conversation about structure, about what was brought over from the previous roster, and how that benefits
Back
him
to
as
the
a
B
player in this
spams.
system.
They have 3 here,
No,
and Dirk is here as well with Outlaw
Been
though.
vocal himself at times. And here FNATIC, pretty loud about their B-site approach. Durka landing both shots on the Outlaw.
Oh, did the knife just hit him?
Drawn
No,
nice
he
and
just
early,
dodged
but
it.
Kayak's already made a
Wait,
little
is
bit
that
more
his
space.
team's knife, right?
Unfortunately enough, the
No, it was
rest
Sivo.
Stop to the gates. Durka's not going to stop until he's already found 3 kills. And Alpha, the residual to yet another
God, they got
failed
annihilated,
round.
man.
2021
They're actually
again,
getting
Dirk on the
annihilated.
jet, giving us a Blade Storm highlight.
Swift, thanks so much in the YouTube chat.
Throwing it back,
Practice
right,
Vitality.
Vitality
I mean,
now,
imagine they've been looking like
to head up
this.
towards 8. The
I think they
question
needed
now
to have the
lies,
losses, man.
When does FNATIC use its second timer?
Well, it shouldn't be too
Dude,
long now.
Durka is
Durka making it
17 to
4.
3 right now.
And like you say, it's this
Dino
agent
Fire
of
making
comfort
a
for
low
him. He was
bracket
talking
run.
he doesn't like to play on
Dude,
the
you better hope they
shotguns,
ban
on,
split, that's
you
all
know,
I'm
the
saying.
Neon, for example, which plenty of teams have been playing in recent times. Jets win rate, of course,
Yeah.
less than 50% at a non-mirror, so has not been having a great time so far this year.
Nice, Durka!
Definitely enabling him here, though.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the scoreboard and you
Dude,
can see
look
that.
at it. Everyone else's kills in
17
comparison to him.
and
What the
3.
hell?
He can shoot.
He certainly can shoot. I tell you what, I've seen it a couple of times now. Can he show it once again?
I mean, it feels like every
Ooh,
round
they picked the
he's
right
set
site
up
on
for
this.
Fnatic
Although
execute.
Durka is here.
Certainly feels like
Outlaw
it.
again.
Site,
Everyone can
Apex,
get one
they
shot
walk
apart from
in
Kayak.
towards there. Can I
Ooh,
get it?
and
It's
he's
just
been
that
tagged.
Outlaw that he's continuously using.
Big flash
The
champion.
ultimate, the reckoning, going to be a real issue now. Is well, the
It's a strong ult.
pretty much
I will say this is nice.
uncontested for
This
Fnatic.
Yeah, it's
is
brilliant use of the
this
ult
is
there to cut across the
FNATIC
backside
looking
hole.
at demos of other
They
teams and
wanna
stealing
fight
their
this.
stuff.
They
Was it
lose
Sen
the
that had this good
duels.
retake that they stole from the tier 2
Vitality
Brazilian team
reset for the
apparently?
retake.
Right where you ult from here.
They've got a hard
So
roster
strong.
of their own for it.
There they are, they're coming straight back in. Seavoff, FNATIC getting involved, 2v2. Both players
Ooh.
close to one another, but Sayo getting rid of Kayak, so it's Seavoff now. The ex-Vitality man.
Dude, honestly, I
now
think you
on
Viper
FNATIC
pid this.
to hold off against
Yeah.
some of the best that we've seen. Viper's pit stops Seavoff seeing anything. The Molly good, but Chronicle just going to put pressure on
go
the
stick it,
last
mate.
remaining FNATIC player. The spam just missing it.
Very, very nice.
And
Hey, they handled this well, man.
Sayonara,
They
he
handled
won't
this
miss
well.
his chance.
I liked it a lot.
Vitality
I think this from FNATIC, I'm pretty sure this will become like the most common harbor strat with ult. Like the split on A when you go heavy door and use this ult. Pretty sure that's just going to become common. They could maybe do a better wall on the left, I think so. Maybe the wall was good, I need to watch it.
It's no player left behind on the Vitality side, though.
That was probably the
And
best
even
round
with
from
Con left
FNATIC
on
and they
5
still
HP,
lost.
Sayonara cleaning up, everyone playing their part. We've seen FNATIC start slow in series before, but this is the one that you have to wake
Outlaw.
up for.
Couple more light armors.
Any team to come back from
They're
a
getting
score
so
like
owned by an
this,
Outlaw. He's been
it's probably
outlawing
a
the
bit on
whole
FNATIC,
game.
Right, but this moment in time. Got a long way from that. The last round of this half and an ultimate available through Seavoff. He's going to use that null command and Durka once again from
Perfect.
up on high. He can't get his kill. Profit at least able to down the kill.
Ooh.
And FNATIC
Yeah, they
with
kind of let
not
Durka down
that
here a little bit.
Durka's shorty good, but it's Kayak round
He
the
did a lot
back
of damage,
instead.
but
So we set
the
on a
2 on
4
site
versus
needs to do a
2.
lot better
Be
than
flanking
that.
early here. He's made this
The
rotation,
2v4,
and
but you would
Boaster has to be
imagine-
wary 'cause he's the only player on
You
the
would
back line
imagine
as
it's a
it
9-3.
stands.
Your hopes and dreams on the captain and the young gun.
Boaster?
Oh, and it's a good entry kill on
missed every shot, mate.
Alpha year seen and called to Sayonara.
Plays him
As he
in.
makes his way
Wait,
through.
whoa.
Can't find Alpha though, so it's up to Yampi.
Yeah, Yampi said he was
And
going to
that
flash him, but he had already gone through, so he ended up turning for the
Dreams of
flash
FNATIC
into the
last
corner.
year At every chance he possibly could. Could he do it once again? Like here? in towards double digits. Gets out,
Okay,
but not the
3.
quick swing. Will
Dude,
make
9
it
on
into
defense is
3-1.
actually insane.
3 rounds feels
Darker
like
just
a
used an
total
outlaw for a
bare
whole
minimum
half, and he
for
got
FNATIC
20
at
to
this
5.
stage. They've not looked like they were all too prepared for the start of this one at the very least. And as we know, there is a whole load of history between these two teams. Fortunately for us, Ginny is standing on stage to tell us a little bit more.
No charges left. One enemy.
One-sided. Vitality has been walking down the red carpet courtesy of FNATIC's hospitality. But the relationship between these two extends further than a warm welcome to Vitality being knocked out of the upper bracket final in Stage 2 of 2024. It goes much deeper than that. Durka leaves FNATIC to join Vitality for 2025. Then Kron pursues the same path and joins Vitality in 2026. But every street has incoming and outgoing traffic, so Syfoff left Vitality to join FNATIC in Stage 1 of 2026. Perfectly balanced, as everything should be. Right? Because if you're actually looking at the match history, it's an 8-0 match history for FNATIC. They have absolutely been dominating Vitality. So whether or not they're going to continue this, we'll find out.
Mazos with the prime even. Thanks so much for the 23 months. Thank you, thank you.
Certainly will. A big half on the horizon. FNATIC's map pick not going off to the start that they would have been hoping for. That hunger for a homecoming dulled early on as Vitality showing that they've got the grit to claw this one back. Honestly, from how bad their Breeze looked previously, it's a lot of work you can tell that's been put in.
Yeah, and this is what is expected of this team.
Drinks with the prime. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you doing that.
There's lots of adjectives, right? But one thing they have been, an adjective that consistently used is underperforming. And this feels like the first time that we're seeing a performance of a team like this.
W Brad advertisement, as always.
Worthy of a game with this kind
He's always on top of it.
Weight on it. The title attached, the chance to go to another global event, of which they have been absent for a while. So heading into the pistol, all eyes on FNATIC. Can they respond? Can they show us a little bit of what
on your map pick, this is a little rough. And when we watched them on defense before, it hasn't looked great, but they did fix a fair amount of the issues from the first time they played it.
Let's find out how they get on with this pistol round.
Recon deep, doesn't scan anyone. Ooh.
They just wants to take my molly.
You should reclear, I'm in low key.
In a pistol, it's sick.
I'll come play with you. No, just bait me. Bait on side, I think. I'm 1 HP. Look over anymore on B. For 1.
Could be on the right side inserted.
Yeah, probably. I'm ready to dive them.
Dude, they're playing so slow, we're going to be here for a while.
You want a one-way anywhere?
No. Let me get one. Another one probably.
I gave mid door.
I'm watching mid now.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the top mid.
50 seconds left.
Yeah, knife there.
Will leave? Wally?
Yeah, Wally. I'm hiding sight.
That's fine.
Just a Viper wall. Yeah. Could be careful your mid door, brother. They could be walking up mid door right now.
Going out now?
Recon.
Dash back.
Dash back. Okay, the door locks.
Yeah, he's still at mid.
Can they cross these?
I'm nothing there. Leaving. On your bar.
30 seconds
This is a bad fake.
It's B. Get ready.
Come on, B.
I'm gonna play backside that far.
Go.
Wait, I'm gonna smoke.
Come in B, boys.
One's gonna be looking mid, boys, okay?
One is mid. KO. They're B splitting. What the
Holy.
fuck?
Dude, look at the spike.
Walk and roll, backside.
10 seconds left.
Nice.
Tay.
Hey, boys. My bad.
It is in fact not B, it's towards A, and Yappy's got a really quick double there. And it's FNATIC trying to attempt a retake now. And look at Vitality's post plan has it.
Yeah, they're set up, ready to fight this flank heavy. There they are, but it seems as if Alpha nearly got away back in here. As it's now Syfoff and Kayak, who's already taken too much damage.
Lovely shots from Darker, damn. Nice shots from him.
Brings Vitality to
Dude,
that
Vitality got a little lucky here because this fake A was not good. I'm pretty sure this wasn't part of the initial plan. And they kind of just pivoted around 30 seconds with the new plan.
You heard it in the comms. They got Kayak pushed up in main. Just anticipating a B split and fully committed to it.
Dude, that second shot is...
We'd seen a couple times, even just in the last series against Liquid, where Yampi was calling down to the last 18 seconds to make that rotation happen. This is one of the times where it sticks, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah. It feels as if they have really found their form now. And I think that's the big thing about Vitality. It comes from for a reason, right?
And that's what you want to see too. Like, I would much prefer Yampi, and I think everyone agrees, to make that call and stick to it, even if it feels in the situation like a last gasp attempt, than have 5 people all saying something different.
Yeah, exactly. They're building on that structure, right, that everybody has been calling for the longest time. Yampi being the main voice, and it's not just 5 players with experience trying to play together.
Little split up in this round.
Yeah, but you would imagine
on B, the one straggler was
Cron can at least.
But
He didn't see too much.
Does head back towards them now, as you can see. Durka trying to bridge that gap onto the B side.
Smoke
does a good enough
fully
job
blocks
of
Sivos.
Spike carrier Yampi has to be careful of Alpha.
Did they hit very fast? Spike's the person that was at window. Wait, this gets so weird. Doesn't this smoke go like literally any second? Do they refresh it?
Yampi has a rough idea of where Alpha could be.
What the hell is going on?
Rifle drops into his hands. Alfier at the double. Still a 2-on-2 situation here, and rectifiable for FNATIC, in fact. Is this where the wheels start to fall off for Vitality? Alpha still holding on.
Dude, Durka is just annihilating everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was a good eco though from FNATIC.
It's in fact
really insanely winnable.
And get towards 11. A dominant map, which was FNATIC's pick. Totally unprecedented, something that we could never have expected coming into this one.
the smoke popping on his head is mad.
One enemy
Nice, boys. Good
What's he at now? 26, is it?
Now we're just waiting to see if
26 to 5.
Back-to-back bonuses
Jesus,
on this
bro.
one, because FNATIC have to have an answer at this stage. In Haven up next, you've got to be thinking about the rest
the original
of this
smart
They are
with
FNATIC
no,
maps
with the Prime even.
historically.
Thank you for the 14 months, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Prime usage.
Are certainly feeling different today, wanting to put an end to the streak and take
Dude, it's
12
weak
in some
site.
style
They
here,
play
as you can
Harbor
see.
Anchor again.
FNATIC are bunkered up in the back
Oh, at
site.
least there's 2 on site.
In fact, Boaster thinking about thrying his way back through the front, and actually, Vitality have left.
What the hell is this round?
Sayonara behind. Is Boaster just going to walk
What
into
are these
his
rounds, bro?
Away.
What the hell? They walk through with the wall and they insert one over towards A box.
The kills come in on the FNATIC side and start to restore order.
Yeah, but look at that. Kayak straight on towards double doors.
Go, go, go.
Still the only player here. Has a slide to make the cross. Yampi on the pistol. Just
One of the
toying with
maddest
it.
rounds
Eventually
ever.
Does collect Kayak.
I mean, you can do this stuff with
Reposition
Harbor.
from Crashies is towards main. With the flash coming in, it's only a little bit of space they've been able to take. Crashies slide
They
here
just
from
gambled with
Briggs. And does find Yampi. The trade coming through from Cron. Still a 1 versus 2.
Nothing stops the
Still gets
plan.
that spike plant down and does have Molly if he wants to go for it. But both players are split up. See what he can do here.
No matter what, it's good damage from Vitality. Dude, what a cool round though, honestly. The 3-person walk through, they pinch over towards door, they can trade out if they're facing in front, and then they insert one in.
Minimum expected of FNATIC here, considering how the first half started. FNATIC 1 round at a time. That's what we expect. That's how they've got to this point of being known as probably, arguably, the greatest team that we've seen in EMEA.
Without a doubt. If we're talking purely in the past, but right now Vitality are making a case for themselves, at least on their opener. Durka on the Outlaw here again. 3 out of 5 of those FNATIC players could find themselves one-shot by it, so something to think about. As you can see, Vitality had been defaulting fairly heavy towards mid, slow in their pacing.
Dude, it's the Outlaw again, and it's actually going to annihilate them, isn't it? 3 that can get one shot.
Right there.
Who's on what site?
It's really just
the heavy armors are on the right side, though.
I mean, his Outlaw has not missed so far.
Oh.
Thinking about the jump up,
unlucky time.
Alfie just a little quicker on the trigger there. Durka
Yeah, I
going
mean,
down and still
I think this is one of those where Durka says, I want to do this, and then you press tab, look at his score, he's 26 to 6, and you're like, yeah, man, sure.
Pretty decent so
You do what you
far
want to do.
overall.
Crashies is there to support Boaster, and they are still playing as this duo in backside. Chronicle already deep on this progression and nearly catches Crashies there on the jump spot, in fact, as well. But no kills come for Vitality.
Yeah, but there's 4 bodies here for FNATIC. They could really go for a flood
Smoke
take if
deep,
they wanted.
maybe?
That's exactly where Vitality want to try and antagonize them a little bit further. Chronicle already walked all the way up towards the front of Orange here, still banking that molly, and finally puts it to the feet of Boaster, stops him in his tracks. Kayak spotted on the bridge, and it's this 1v1 in mid, which it could all come down to. I think Alfia has just spotted Profek, and the wall will certainly confirm
yeah, not sure about the Lark Harbor.
Alfia nailing the shot in
Not
the
on
end.
board with the Lark
Well,
Harbor.
it may tip the scales in favor of Fnatic. Vitality still have bodies on site.
Oh.
In black and yellow, ready to
Damn,
fight
nice
them
little double
into
swing
the
from them as well.
ground. It is only
They are
Sivov
fighting
left
together, man. I
standing.
gotta give them it. They look
And while
nice.
he may not be on the bench anymore,
Dude, even with
Vitality
Darker,
still know how to sit
even
him
with
down.
Darker dead, they still win the rounds.
It's a tough one, Heiser. Up to map point
Just proving
already.
that they're not getting full
Vitality's
carried.
post plant look absolutely unhindered. When it comes to that sight hold, unbelievable. Surely identify Profek, and I thought it was going to be like a house of cards, but playing off one another. Playing on.
Let's fuck boys!
Playing with each other, playing for that structure, and that's
Nah,
why
they play well
so
off each
far,
other, they do.
FNATIC are going to have to time out here.
It's been a big conversation with a lot of teams. I think one of the best examples you can give of a roster that had a resurgence was Heretics, and something they consistently stressed was those fundamentals, playing off of one another, building the protocols up and knowing what to do in certain situations, have those reactions in a meta which is currently so chaotic. Vitality there doing a great job at sowing some of that chaos themselves. And yeah, while Profek loses out in the mid duel, for example, just the way that they want to try and contain Fnatic as much as possible is admirable in that situation.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think coming into this for Vitality, they can put that group stage behind them. They knew they had 2 games to win.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at
the
Sivo KO, but I do think that's an easy way out, man. I think they got a little punished by this gun. Like, I think if you actually look at it, they got annihilated by an outlaw, yeah.
From their
And it's
perspective,
partly on the amount of light armors they buy. It's also just on the map being so long and the amount of tags you can get with it without getting traded.
As it stands, couple rifles still in the mix here. Alpha has a pit, but no early investment for control.
Definitely hasn't been explored enough on this.
Instead, it's a couple of players embedded
honestly,
in
I feel like 80% of the rounds, and maybe even I'm underplaying it, he's been on an outlaw.
With this slow style that they've been peddling.
Alpha, yeah, probably the player you want to try and be the protagonist, right, to bring Fnatic on board, but he's so far back. You're looking towards Crashies and Kayak as being the closest players to the Vitality force.
And if Vitality want to play another one of these rounds, which comes down to the final few seconds, a style which Fnatic know well themselves.
The Outlaw abuser.
That's when
someone's going to do it, man. It's the next one on the list.
Find yourself punished. And I think a couple of these
the shotgun's just got fixed.
So far
you got to move on to the next gun. Darker's in early.
The player on the jump
buying up all the stocks.
He will get caught, and it's a very deep Viper's pit here from Alpha, but still Vitality are not
I mean, they're kind of happy with this. Also, the fact is, like, vision block goes out. I will say this was kind of nice from Alpha. He has the gun, he peeks out over towards B, spots no one, he calls that it's a fake. Oh, surely not.
No, he's playing
respect.
disrespect. A knife between the shoulder blades of Durka sets Fnatic on their way, but still plenty more hurdles to be crossed. And Chronicles one
Dude,
of
the
them.
Kron Darker show has been pretty nice to watch, I'm not gonna lie.
Towards that 13th round for redemption, for revenge.
10 seconds left.
And with Alpha in this 1 versus 3, his position noted. He's a dead man walking.
I mean, if it had to be anyone, it should be Alpha, yeah.
When you look at the Fnatic side and the faces that just simply haven't shown up so far to this biggest of big occasions. The homecoming heralded
very
for
nice.
them,
Dude, they wrecked them on this map. This was Fnatic's map pick. This is a great showing.
On their opponent's map pick.
Yeah, that one's going to take the win from your sails if you're Fnatic.